We're following breaking news on CBS Colorado mornings at 9 o'clock. 2 people are dead in a plane crash near Centennial Airport this morning. I'm Kennedy Cook. Now, South Metro Fire Rescue posted about the crash just before 6:30 this morning. Your reporter Brian Sherrod, he's joining us from the scene right now. And Brian, you got an update from the Douglas County deputies about an hour ago. The Lee fire, burning just to the west of Meeker, has exploded to more than 106,000 acres and is only 6% contained. It has prompted the evacuation of the Rifle Correctional Facility. Good morning and welcome to this very special edition of CBS Colorado Mornings. I am Kennedy Cook. I'm joined by Brian Flores and Michelle Griego for all you need to know ahead of the Savannah Bananas' first time in Colorado.
I know. Hey, by the way, thanks for letting us hang out on your show.
I know, Kennedy.
That's pretty cool.
A mountain town is now facing a growing trash problem, but it's not the amount of trash, it's the lack of dumpsters in that area.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
You know what's fun? Talking about the Nuggets.
You didn't even let me answer.
I know. I just took it over. I'm so excited.
We're all so excited. Denver wins Game 6, tied the series 3-3. It's wheels up to Oklahoma City now for Game 7 this Sunday.
Let's go.
And the Joker, he showed up, okay? Leading the team with 29 points. And some busy travel days are only just beginning this weekend as we count down those days until Christmas. We're talking 4 days here, people. AAA is predicting more than 119 million Americans will hit the roads, rails, skies, and seas to get to their holiday destinations. Break out your boots and your cowgirl hats, okay? It is rodeo time. All right, I don't always work Mondays, but when I do, we talk Beyonce, okay? Her Cowboy Carter tour, it kicks off today. Are you as excited as I am?
I'm excited. I wouldn't say I'm as excited as you are.
I don't think so either.
I'm just being real.
We'll get you there.
Okay.
So if any of those concerts didn't quite pique your interest, this one probably will. Taylor Swift. But hold on, it gets even better. We're talking Taylor Swift with lasers. Okay, so you might be wondering what's happening here. Now it's up to local union workers and King Soopers to reach an agreement on what those union workers are saying are illegal and unfair labor practices. Union workers are asking for better wages, better safety, and more mobility within the company. Meanwhile, King Soopers is saying that they have presented their last, best, and final offer, offering workers a 6% wage increase. Now, we are here right now with Gateway Principal Scott Fisk. Thanks so much for waking up with us, Principal.
Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Yes. So you and I actually had a chat about a week ago, sometime last week, about a major bond that Aurora Public Schools is receiving, and Gateway is getting a pretty chunk of that money. Talk to me maybe about that and maybe some plans that we're going to do with that money for Gateway here. While the scene is clear, emotions are still extremely high here at the Cedar Run Apartments. I actually just left upstairs where a woman said they took her husband, busted down her door, and were igniting these mini bombs in her apartment. I just sent that video in the newsroom. We're working to get that on air for you all at home to see. But so many people in tears, distraught, and honestly just confused about what happened this morning. This lawsuit claims that Mr. Trump's initiative violates the 14th Amendment in the U.S. Constitution, which the federal government has long interpreted as those born on U.S. soil are considered citizens. And while this is an early vote on Trump's end, Colorado says that they have been prepared to fight this. In a statement to CBS News Colorado, a Department of Defense spokesperson said that this base will be used to house migrants with a criminal record arrested in, quote, an operation taking place in Colorado. You know, the stock show, there's so many things folks can experience here. Not only is it entertaining, it's also an educational opportunity for folks to come and learn about livestock and animals, which is what I've been doing all morning here with my friends with the FFA. We're with Aiden right now. Aiden, tell me a little bit about what it's like being a part of the FFA and what brings you here to the stock show.
Kennedy, today's the final day to vote.
Yeah, Brian, that's right. DPS teachers, they've been voting this past week on a new contract for 3,000 educators covering the next 3 school years. Their current labor agreement is set to expire on Sunday. Today's session is 2 out of 5 mediation sessions aimed at resolving contract disputes. Now, the Teachers Association says that there are more articles up for negotiation than there are not. Meanwhile, DPS, they hired a mediator to help both sides reach an agreement. I mean, wild turn of events with this story. That boy, as you all mentioned, had been missing for years and was found more than 1,400 miles away from home. He was found all because a man in Highlands Ranch was trying to sell his home. We're following breaking news on CBS Colorado mornings at 9 o'clock. 2 people are dead in a plane crash near Centennial Airport this morning. I'm Kennedy Cook. Now, South Metro Fire Rescue posted about the crash just before 6:30 this morning. Your reporter Brian Sherrod, he's joining us from the scene right now. And Brian, you got an update from the Douglas County deputies about an hour ago.
And that's exactly right. And they were telling us about the 2 people being confirmed killed in that plane crash. You can see right behind us. It's still a very active investigation. They say this happened right on Peoria Street. This is near I-25 and E-470. Now, they tell us that it all came in as 6:20 as an explosion. But crews tell us when he actually got here, they didn't even know that it was a plane crash.
We were not aware if it was a plane crash at the time or not until we did arrive on scene. We did arrive on scene just south of the Centennial Airport.
Now, they also said that the coroner is on scene confirming the 2 bodies that has been here, confirming some details about who they are. And NTSB has been notified. They said it did involve a single-engine aircraft. And they said a structure was threatened with the generator. They said they got water on both and put out that fire. There is no damage to the generator or the building. They also say no other people are involved and there are no other injuries to report at this time. Now, questions were asked about the flat pattern of where the plane was going. They said they weren't able to answer that question as well. They said it could take weeks to even months to get those updates. And they said that the weather was kind of spitting a little bit of rain at the time of that crash. All these details, they said, has to be from the NTSB, but there's still a few hours out, so we won't be able to ask them anything until they get here on scene, but we'll continue to update you as we learn more here in this area.
Okay, Brian Sherrod, thank you so much for that update. Let's get you outside on this Friday morning. We're taking a live look from our Lookout Mountain Cam. We're now joined by First Alert meteorologist Callie Zanandri. Callie, I was just telling our floor director, Ashley, I took my dog for a walk yesterday, and the smoke and the smog really just scared me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Honest.
And it's sticking around today. You saw that from that Lookout Mountain camera, Kennedy. Some hazy conditions out there. The other thing we're tracking for you on this Friday morning, some rain showers, especially out across the eastern plains lingering, but also seeing a few sprinkles here in the Denver metro area as you step out the door. Those will quickly clear out, leaving behind mostly cloudy conditions. And that's what you can see from our Lookout Mountain camera, as well as that haze from wildfire smoke from those fires burning the Pacific Northwest, as well as Canada pushing into the state. So no surprise here. We do have an air quality action day in place through 4 o'clock. The air is unhealthy for sensitive groups. So if you do fall into that category where you have any respiratory illnesses like asthma, best to limit your time outside today. And as you saw there, visibility remains poor, and that's expected through this afternoon. Your out the door forecast, besides that smoke and that haze, you're going to notice much cooler temperatures today. Kennedy, a little taste of fall coming our way, topping out in the low 70s, a good 10 to 15 degrees cooler compared to yesterday and where we normally are for this time of year in September. Coming up in your full forecast to let you know if this cooler weather will stick around for your weekend.
All right, we'll check in soon, Callie. Well, smoke was seen in Arvada as well. A wildland fire forced families in this community to evacuate their homes. This was Thursday afternoon. This brush fire burned one home and came within feet of several others. Your reporter Gabriela Vidal spoke with families in that area. They tell her that even though the community is no stranger to wildfire evacuations, many were left on edge as yesterday's flames reminded them of similar concerns with the Marshall Fire.
I love where I live. I back up on the open space on the other side, so a great view, but definitely concerned.
The city of Arvada has been conducting studies to improve evacuations for those living in the area. Arvada Fire says they've been working with residents to make sure they have a safety buffer. Well, testimony will continue today in a wrongful death lawsuit. Exactly 4 years since a 6-year-old fell to her death. The first grader was riding the Haunted Mine drop ride at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. Now, a state investigation found employees failed to check the girl's seatbelt and that an operator overrode an indicator notifying them that the restraints were not properly secured before starting that ride. The lead investigator for the state was on the stand for most of the day, detailing the findings in that report. All right, you see the logo. Let's talk Broncos. They are taking on the Tennessee Titans Sunday afternoon. The Titans, they have a new look with #1 pick Cam Ward leading their offense. Now, the rookie quarterback will have to see what he's made of in the Mile High City and the altitude. Ward will also have to dodge the Broncos' elite pass rush, leading the league last year with 63 sacks. Nick Bonito had 13.5 sacks, earning him second-team All-Pro honors. Jonathan Cooper also got double-digit sacks. Together, the two formed one of the league's top duos. Now, the parking lots, those will be packed, and I-25 will be backed up, no doubt, come Sunday. So ahead of Sunday's kickoff, Brian Sherrod took a trip to see how easy some of the transit options are and how it starts by using that cell phone.
We think that we have the best way to connect you to the stadium, whether it be one of our mini light rail lines that serve right here to Empire Field at Mile High, or any of the bus routes that also serve the vicinity.
And it's super simple. You let the RTD Trip Planner app do the actual planning for you. Type in Broncos, and now you got options to get to Empower Field at Mile High.
You don't have to worry about parking, you don't have to worry about being stuck in traffic.
And if you want to take the light rails, use E and W. These go through Jefferson County and Ridgegate areas. You got A, B, G, and N as backups, coming from the Denver Airport, Westminster, Wheat Ridge, Thornton, and Commerce City. As for the bus, use Route 30, which is South Federal, or Route 31, which is North Federal. You got 1, 15L, 16, and 31 as backups to Decatur Federal Station. And with the new scheduled service changes, you can come from Boulder as well. All options to get you to and from the game safely.
So once you leave the game, you will see signs. They're labeled Jeffco, Union Station, and Mineral. Now, this is how you know which line to go to get yourself home. And if you're lucky enough to get to the home opener, here's what to know for pregame. So that game, it starts at 2:05, but gates open at 12 o'clock, so you can catch those warm-ups. If you tailgate or just want to get a parking spot early, parking lots, those open at 9:30 in the morning. And Football Friday continues this morning with a spotlight on high school football and the Columbine Rebels. So your reporter, none other than Justin Adams, he's at the high school in Littleton. And Justin, you're with the players ahead of Friday Night Lights. We just saw you bench pressing some. How did that go?
First of all, it went well, but, I might need a massage afterwards because, man, I'm hurting a little bit. But you know what? Talking about people putting the hurting on others, how about Columbine and their football team? This is a run-oriented attack and has helped them win 6 state championships. Let's take a look at some of the trophy cases, right? This is from 2011 when they beat Lakewood 41-31. And then this one is a very, very special one. The last state title that they won in 2023 beat a very good Cherry Creek's Bruins squad in order to go and win that state title. And that's what they're looking to do yet again. They've won 6 overall, but they started the season 0-2 for the first time this year since 2014. And they got some work to do if they want to beat Legend tonight. But you know what? Coming up, we're going to talk to some of the cheer squad as well. It's not just about the football team. It's about everybody here and the culture that has been built here at Columbine High School. So we're going to talk to the captain of the cheer squad, and we're also going to continue to have a whole lot of fun inside of Columbine. And trust me, Kennedy, I'm going to leave the weights alone for the rest of the day, okay? I did my bench press. I got my workout out. I'm going to stick to cardio. Cardio is a whole lot more easier than hitting those weights, okay?
All I'm saying is if you're going to work out with the football players, I better see you conditioning with those cheerleaders. That's all I'm saying.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. We'll wait and see you, Justin. Thank you so much. And we know Under the Lights is the place to be Friday night, and we want to share your school spirit. Send us your game day photos on CBSColorado.com and watch Saturday mornings to see your picture on air and online. Well, the Women's Foundation of Colorado Luncheon is just around the corner. Next, we're learning all about this year's event. The Denver Broncos, they're getting ready for their home opener. CBS Colorado Mornings, we're here to help you out. Orange Zone is back, and Brian Flores is introducing us to one of Bronco Country's biggest fans. And plus, we're getting you outside right now. We are still experiencing some smoky skies this morning. The good news, though, we're expecting fall-like temperatures.
Really? Really?
This viral video out of Aurora shows what appears to be a woman in despair, claiming she was attacked.
She's kicking me out.
But what she didn't know was the entire incident was being recorded, including this moment just seconds before.
Oh my God,
you
she's
just barged up. Really?
Oh my God, she's hurting me.
Really? Really? Really?
I knew right then at that point that I was going to need to move.
Vontice Wines had been living in a townhome at South Hannibal Street in Aurora since November of 2024. She was renting from Elisa Anderson, who also goes by Ella's Vita Anderson. The lease says rent was due on the 1st of every month by noon, or a $110 late fee would be due. But according to Wines, Anderson would often ask for the rent before the 1st.
Every single month, she will text a couple of days early trying to get me to pay.
Which Wine said she would send.
Every month that I had been there, I paid her early because I had it.
But on March 1st, Wine says she was greeted by an unexpected visitor.
She came over it wasn't even 12:15 yet, to give me that eviction notice. She had texted me the prior day saying that she was coming to change the locks. I kind of thought she was just trying to intimidate me because she had been texting me a lot prior. I heard drilling at the front door, and I was completely shocked.
We reached out to landlord and tenant lawyer Stephen Flaxman to learn more about Colorado landlord laws.
A late fee cannot be charged until the 7th calendar day of the month. So if a landlord is charging you a late fee for paying on the 2nd of the month, that's an improper charge.
But in Wine's case, she says she wasn't even given the opportunity to pay a late fee before locks were being changed.
If you're not opening this door right now, I'm gonna have the locksmith open it, and you pay for it.
We spoke with Lisa Anderson, who declined an interview request.
That is certainly not allowed. I think that is probably a textbook case of a wrongful removal or improper eviction.
Eventually, she pushes past me. And that's when she comes inside the house, and you see on the video where she goes straight to the dining room, and we're going back and forth and arguing, and then I suddenly had a really bad anxiety attack, which is when you see me turn away, and that's when she fell out on the floor.
Days later, the Wines family moved out.
I feel a lot more safe over here.
While Vontice Wines works to get settled in her new space, she's still uneasy about how this situation played out.
Now that I've talked to other tenants and we all have this in common, this is not fair that she keeps doing this to people, and there's a lot of people that are being hurt by this.
I'm your reporter, Kennedy Cook, covering Colorado First. Lisa Cascarelli follows the same routine every day she comes to work.
How do I start my day? Well, I clock in, I pull down my hot case, I get my flats, and I start to case up, and then come out here like we are and load my parcels.
Then she's off, delivering mail and packages in Northwest Denver, a neighborhood she's grown familiar with.
A lot of times en route to get to know your customers.
And their dogs.
They're everywhere. It's summer, they're out. There we go.
But a secure dog is not always the case. Nearly 6,000 Postal Service employees were attacked by dogs while delivering the mail last year, including Lisa.
The dog was behind a fence, and the fence was not secure. And the dog was doing what it should be doing, and that is protecting its home. And so the dog got out, and the dog bit me.
A growing issue in our community that Denver Letters and Carriers is hoping to raise awareness around.
Don't bite the hand that serves you. They can be very severe, right? And we've had individuals where they had to have reconstructive surgery or to even a pinch. One bite is just one too many.
Denver Letters and Carriers hope to change a scary reality for every mail carrier.
Be on guard and be prepared that there might be a possibility that a dog is not going to be secure.
I'm your reporter, Kennedy Cook, covering Colorado First.